Hey there, viewers. It's Filbun3 here, and I'm here with Chugs or Chuggy. It depends, you know, whatever. And
It's fine.
he's really good with redstone. If you want to go check out his channel, he does a lot of shit. And he's gonna be teaching me because I only know very basic. But we're going back to kindergarten, learning the basics again. Because I mean, oh,
He's a nub with a line over the U.
and you're typing like crazy. Oh, okay, there you go. That's why. And look at this beautiful path that he built.
Yeah, it has a lot of depth.
Yeah, I was gonna freak out if there wasn't. So I mean, and then my
So we're
beautiful
gonna
house over
start
there.
with the basics.
Yep. I mean, there's redstone.
Right here,
Redstone.
we just have a lever. I hope you know the basics of input, output.
Yeah,
If
I
it's
do.
on, it's on. It's off, it's off. He already knows the basic logic, but I'm gonna go over it just for people.
Yeah, people that don't.
So right here we have a NOT gate. If you take a look here, this redstone dust is off. So if you flip it, it inverts the signal. So when the lever is on, the torch is off, and when the lever is off, the torch is on. Right here we have an AND gate. What this basically does is it requires 2 or more inputs to receive the output. So if I flip both of them, the output comes on. If one of them's still on, it will not give an output, and you can see that here. Both of these torches are still connected to this wire. We have the same thing over here, except there's no NOT gate here, so it's inverted this time instead of, yeah. So both of them have to be on in order to be off.
So hold on. So say we have a redstone lamp. So people can understand what the heck that torch was there. See if it's on, there it's on. If they're both off, it's off. Now over here, it's off unless both of them are off. See? Now that's on. So that's what this is here for, the torch.
Yep. If you come on over here, we have an OR gate. What this is, either one of these levers, it could be 2 or more. Any one of them can give an output, but once one of them is on, what the heck is this shit doing over here?
That's from my party over there.
Oh, it's from his house. Once one of the levers is on, the other one can't turn it off. None of them can turn it off.
What's this called, you said?
An OR gate. O-R.
Just an OR, okay.
O-R. OR. Over here, basically the same thing, except it's a NOT gate, so both of them are. Actually, this is a NOR gate because it's a NOT OR. So when both of them.
Fucking fly.
So basically the same concept, except it's inverted.
Oh fuck! I can't place for shit. Okay, you got it.
Here's some of my favorite over here. They're somewhat more complicated.
Yeah, this looks a lot more complicated.
What this is a XOR gate. Let me just type it, XOR. So what happens if you come over here to the output section, when one of the inputs is on, the output's on, so see this one's on, but if both of them are off, it stays off, and if both of them are on, it goes off. And basically the same thing over here, except this is an XNOR gate. If you notice the pattern, every time we're adding a NOT gate to a logic gate, we just add the N to symbolize the NOT. So basically the same thing, except when one of them is on, it's off. When they're both off, it's on, and when they're both on, it's on. Right?
Okay.
So, do you want to cut this part out, or are we gonna transition smoothly?
Yeah, we can transition.
Okay, so now we're gonna get into the redstone mechanics and tools, right?
Right. All right. So while you build that set, we will just transition. Whoosh.
Yes.
Yeah. Whoosh. Okay. Well then, all right. So you decided you're gonna show us how to build it. Go ahead.
Actually, I'm gonna show you a concept first. So this is a very, very old bug that you may know. If you have this isn't the bug right here. This right here is a bug. If you come over here, Filbun, if you look at this piston, you notice it's a sticky piston, right?
Correct.
And if I place a block on it, excuse me, and I give it a 1-tick pulse, even though it's a sticky piston, the
Whoa.
block lets go.
Ah,
So it's very interesting. This is a very, very old bug. A lot of people know
I've
about
actually
this.
not known about that. I did not.
He doesn't know about it because, like I said, he's a
Well, I only
a
know a very basic redstone.
he's a he's a nub. Uh, and if you look over here, we actually have a what's it called? Why can't I think?
So I mean that'd be pretty cool. I mean I'm not quite
You're not quite sure what this is used for?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I mean I was thinking. Okay.
Check this out. Check this out. If you
Ah, okay. Yep. Okay.
yep, a button pulse toggles on, toggles off. Now this is one example of the T flip
Now,
flop.
what's the
Yes.
difference between that and here? I'll just make a. Oop, did not mean to do that. Meant to do that one. What's the difference between doing that and I'll just make a copy next to it? Doing that and you copy that, copy that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oop, that's not what I meant for that.
Just
What is-
giving it a pulse.
Yeah, and then need some redstone.
If you
Yeah, what's the difference between doing that and doing that?
if you just give it a pulse, it will pull it back.
Okay, then say we use the lever then.
Well, that's the idea. The idea is it makes the button act as a lever. See, if I
Okay.
push it once, it
Alright then,
stays on.
so
If I push it off, it
alright,
stays
alright,
off.
so it's just kinda like changing blocks then. Or changing
Mhm.
like okay. Alright, so it's like an appearance deal I guess.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright.
Now this is called the T flip flop. What's this thing called? Why can't I? I'll think of it later. But this is sort of the breakdown of how the T flip flop works. Now there's a much more compact way of doing this. It relies on another bug in the game. I think this has something to do with the bud switch, because this block right here, if you take a look, Filbun, see this block right here?
The one just placed?
Well, this block, that one.
Okay,
That
yeah.
one's diagonally from the piston, and if we were to put a button here, check out what happens. It's pretty cool. Once it goes off, it flops.
Okay.
So what we can do is do something like this to get two different outputs, as you see.
Okay, that'd be pretty cool for like an adventure map type deal.
hmm And let's see what's else. Do you know like redstone memory, like RS Norlatch or?
No, I have no clue.
Okay, so an RS Norlatch is one of the most basic types of memory, a memory circuit in Minecraft. So if we let me just build a standard one. There's much more compact ways, uncompact ways of doing this. This is just the basic example.
Alright.
So in an RS Norlatch, we have two inputs and two outputs.
Right.
Let's say, okay, see how this over here is off?
Correct.
If I just, that's off. If I were to, say, give this part input right here, I can't place buttons on the ground, I forgot we're in 1.7. If I were to give this an input, it flops over to that side, right?
Okay.
If I were to give this another input, it doesn't do anything anymore. In order to, let's say, erase this memory, we'd have to give this torch over here an input. It would go back.
Alright.
So that's RS Norlatch. It stands for reset, set. That's what the RS stands for. Reset, set, NOR. NOR is the logic gate we learned about over there. And the latch implies that it's flopping back and forward, right? The chicken laid an egg.
How does that work? Like say I click this. What's stopping this torch from coming back on? Oh wait, the power to this.
This
Okay,
torch over here.
yep. Got it. It took me a minute.
Yep. And when we power this one, this turns off. So this turns off, allowing this to turn on, which blocks
which
this
powers.
one off.
Yep. Okay.
So there are a couple more ways of doing this. There's probably my favorite way of doing it is the vertical one, because the inputs are so close to each other and it's one wide. So if we just do this, check it out over here. Let's get our. See these two buttons? If we can flop it back and forward. Of course, this is staying on because the button's right next to it, but
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I mean, that's not the best example,
but you
but
see
yeah.
it's flopping and it's one wide. It's pretty cool.
Alright.
So your basic memory circuit,
Where you at now? There you are. Hello.
here. Let's see.
Hi, chicken.
Get that chicken out of here.
Oh, I just... Damn.
Okay. So what should we do now? We've covered this. How about we go over some stuff like this? Pulse extenders and shorteners. These things are very useful if you have a pulse. Let's say, let me use a stone button because they're a lot easier to work with. If we have a stone button and we push that stone button, you will see that it stays on, I think, for exactly 10 ticks, right? Do you know how
Yeah.
long a tick
Yeah.
is?
It's like a millisecond, isn't it?
A tenth of a second. So 10 ticks is
So,
exactly
yeah,
1
okay.
second.
Yeah.
So 1/1000 off. So
Alright. How long do wooden buttons stay
let's
on?
Hmm?
Same thing?
1.5.
Okay, so longer. They work longer. Got it.
Yeah, 1.5 ticks. So it's a second and a half. Let's say we don't like this the pulse length, and we want to shorten it. So if you want to shorten the pulse, you would build something like this. Now normally, the pulse would stay on for 10 over here, right? So 10 ticks over here. But if you look over here on this side, check out how long that stays on. It's
None. Oh,
exactly
there it
1
goes.
tick. So if we change this, we can change how long it is on for 4 ticks. This is your basic extender. It's a piston. How this works is when, if I were to break this block, you could see when I push this, the piston goes up, right?
Right.
And you know that if a redstone's going into a block with a repeater on the other side, it will pick it up, right?
Yep.
So what's happening here is
If
the
it's going through the
repeater is
block, okay, yeah.
but at the same time, it's pushing it up, so it stays on for a very brief amount of time.
Okay, so pretty
Now-
just going through the block until it reaches the repeater. I mean the piston, and then it just gets cut off. Yeah.
Yeah, there's another way of doing this, because you see how this one pushes the block up? If
Right.
you don't want the block to be pushed up, you can do it like this, which requires 2 repeaters, but it has the exact same effect. You come over here, this repeater's on 1, this one's on 2, and exactly 1 tick. Lamps don't actually work like this, I think, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it just did.
yeah, usually they stay on for like a tick longer than the circuit is, but I'm surprised that actually did that.
Because I'm here. The aroma of me.
Now let's go over extenders. Now, let's see if I remember how to do this. Let's do a basic one. Put a button here. Let's say,
Yeah, okay. I use these a lot, the repeaters.
well, this is
For
actually,
like
it's not,
extenders. Well, I meant like for extending, yeah, I use repeaters a lot. For
this isn't actually extending the circuit right here. This is actually, there's shortening it. What I'm doing in the back here is going to extend it.
Okay.
Or, if we do one, if we put a block here with this dust here, like that. So let's take a look at what's happening here. If we were to put a repeater right here. So, as you see, it's just gonna stay on for 10 ticks, how a stone button normally would. See, 10 ticks, except minus the delay from it getting from the button to there. But if I add stuff like this in here, you'll notice it stays on for a lot longer time, right?
Yeah.
Now, what's going on here is, from the time it takes, and for this to actually work, it's actually staying on, I believe, 2 more ticks longer than it normally would be. So for just a brief more amount of time, so compare that to that. So what's actually going on here is in the back here, we have the 10 tick circuit from the wooden button that's
Right.
going into this repeater, right? And if 3 repeaters on full delay is 12 ticks, right? So 12 minus 10 is 2, so there's 2 ticks left over. So if we were to actually extend this, excuse me, let's say we wanted to extend that pulse from 10 ticks to, let's say, 16. So 10 or 16 minus 10 is 6, so we need 6 extra ticks.
Oh
So
god,
that's
math.
one extra repeater here. with a torch on it, and going into a repeater with this repeater. We'd actually move this up to get it to, and then if you take a look now, it's going to stay on for a considerable amount. Actually, what did I do wrong? Let's change this. Oops. Hold on. And sometimes because if the extension is longer than the initial time that it starts at, see like this, we'd actually have to add more delay back here in order to get what we want, right? So it stays on, see it stays on a good amount more.
Okay.
So that's how extensions work. Pretty cool. These wool blocks look like marshmallows.
I don't see it.
Kinda do. Well, let's see. Is there anything else that looks more like a marshmallow?
Nope.
This thing.
Nope. I have no
That
clue
looks
what
like a
kind of marshmallow. That kind of looks like the marshmallow from the jar. But I don't know why I'm recording this. I'm gonna have to put this in there though. Look, I'll show you my redstone, how good I am.
Okay, show me.
I'll show you my clock that I use. Just a simple, tiny clock.
Wait, can I guess what it is?
No. No, you can't. Oh, I can... No, that's not my clock. I'll show you my clock.
Oh wait, okay, go on.
Oh, did it wrong. And then I need... Yep, that's my clock. Like, legit.
Not bad.
That's my clock. I had no clue how to do anything else.
Okay, so the concept behind this is if you hit these in the right order,
Amazing.
the roll will obtain its original form. Right?
Right?
Right. So,
You're
what you
making a
can do
loading
with this is if you come over here. Okay, I messed up, I think.
You already fucked up. Good going. Like I'm recording that too. It's gonna, everyone's gonna see how much a failure you are.
Oh man, I'm never getting into college now. So, the concept behind this is if you hit these pistons in the right order, it will reverse around and originally obtain its original shape, see?
Amazing.
And in the middle, you can see there's a torch with the repeater going out. Now, I
Correct.
did this in my Let's Play world where I made a clock using this, so what you can do is actually have memory stored into this roll of tape. So let's say,
Okay.
see how these are transparent? It doesn't actually give the
Count
output,
the
right?
block, yeah. They don't count the block.
Yeah, so
Alright.
let's say you actually, okay,
I mean, obviously these would be on a clock. They would not just be pushed.
yeah, these would be on a clock. As you can see, it's still off. And you can have any configuration of solid blocks and non-solid blocks in here to give the correct output at the correct time. So if you see I push them one more time, the output's going to go back on, and it's going to obtain its original shape. So,
And I guess you could do this for like timed
bombs?
bombs. Well, I would not go bombs. I mean, I'm not like, a terrorist. I would have said, timed doors or traps or something, but not bombs. Wow.
Do you know what vertical wiring is?
I have no clue what the fuck that is. No, I do not.
Okay, come over here.
Oh, great.
So vertical wiring is when you wire up vertically.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I do know what that is then.
Yeah, so
That's lied. I lied to you.
yeah, so it's actually, let's do this. So if you look here at the bottom, this input is off. Now it's on, so it is at the top. Off the bottom, off of the top. Now the problem with this though is there's one tick per 2 blocks. So it could be slow if you're going long distances up. Right?
Okay.
So if you're going like really far up, it could take a little while, but if you're not concerned about it, it's not a problem at all. So let's break that. So as you see, there's a little bit of time between.
Okay.
If you notice this one, it's how do I do it? It's like 2 blocks per 1 torch, right?
Right. All right.
If you want to do it this way, it's 1 block per 1 torch, and it's the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's what most people use. I see on the maps. I had no clue how to use those. I didn't know what the fuck they were. I
Well,
would just do these.
it's the exact same thing, except it's more compacted.
Ah.
See? And it's actually really cool to see if you
Yeah,
put
yeah. I'm
lamps.
watching. I'm looking at it. Looks pretty cool.
Put a couple lamps. I can make like a disco party in here.